Volume 1 magazine is changing the face and image of the Chippewa Valley, creating an environment for the arts to thrive. Executive Director for the Eau Claire Regional Arts Center, Ben Richgruber, says with the combination of Volume 1's print magazine, website, and local events, the magazine is raising awareness of the talent in Eau Claire and helping it grow in ways traditional media haven't.
There was no compendium of information, no go-to source to find everything you were looking for. You have to find some of it at the Leader Telegram, some of it maybe on a TV station, maybe at the university. There was just no one place to go. So they've really been that great resource.
Associate Professor of Sociology at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, Jeff Erger, says when the media get involved and engage with the community, it can have a powerful and positive effect on that community.
Volume 1 seems to be much more focused on the arts community especially, and having that sort of more narrow focus allows people that are interested in that particular topic to come together, which makes the connections that follow a little easier to generate.
And that's just what Volume 1 hopes to do in the Chippewa Valley.
When we first started, we always heard the misconception, oh, there's nothing to do around here, or it's boring or whatever, and I don't hear that at all anymore, and I don't know if that's because people are particularly sensitive to say that around me for fear of being insulting, or if it's just the case that people aren't saying that as much.
Volume 1 started in 2002 as a zine and has now grown into a bi-weekly tabloid with 15,000 copies distributed at more than 300 locations around the Chippewa Valley. And according to its website, Volume 1 reaches roughly 45,000 readers with each issue. Nick Meyer, editor and publisher of the magazine, says that the number of public events, such as the Taste of Eau Claire, has increased in the past 6 years, and Volume 1 itself has been involved in creating public events in the community, including outdoor concerts, movies, and an annual pillow fight on April Fool's Day.
We are not even close to trying to say that's because of Volume 1 in some way, but I mean, we're a piece of the puzzle that helped create the environment that enabled those things to take place and have a chance at being successful.
Scott Morfitt, host of Local Independence on WUEC in Eau Claire, says Volume 1's public events connect the magazine with the community beyond its magazine content.
Their tangible impact can be seen in their events that they do. Like, they have that Sounds Like Summer concert series that it's just full, and it's not like when I typically go to a concert and see all, 20 faces that I know. I mean, like Phoenix Park is full, I would say.
And Erger echoed Morfitt's sentiment, saying that when a magazine fosters public events, it creates more connection with members of the community that can strengthen the community as a whole. Dave Smull co-hosts Local Independence with Morfitt, and Volume 1 uploads their show as a podcast to its website. Morfitt says Local Independence and Volume 1's content is similar, and they both try to highlight interesting things happening in the community. The podcast has also helped Local Independence's ratings.
I know anecdotally that we have people that listen only to the podcast and not the radio show. I mean, it gives people a chance to, it makes our show more portable.
Volume 1 also posts local filmmakers' videos on its website too. Tom Fountain and Daniel Smith started a music documentary project in Eau Claire, and the videos are now featured on Volume 1's website. Fountain and Smith film local musicians playing in non-traditional locations, such as church courtyards, railroad tracks, or even in the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire campus library. Fountain's project, which he calls The Valley, has filmed more than 14 episodes and recently hosted a live concert of local musicians in the Gatner Concert Hall at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. He says Volume 1 helps raise awareness of his project and that the magazine lays part of the groundwork for cultural networking in the area.
I don't think I would have ever thought I could undertake something like The Valley without Volume 1 being in place.
Trevor Kupfer, managing editor for Volume 1, says the magazine showcases projects like The Valley and Local Independence because they involve ambitious local people.
A lot of the times when we do those, when we cover somebody in the magazine or we do one of those partnerships, it is a situation where we're, giving a nod to somebody else that's doing something ambitious, something we think is important.
Volume 1 has continued to increase its presence in the public sphere by introducing a Winter After Hours event and a Rock and Roll Kickball Classic tournament slated for Memorial Day weekend. And as for what Eau Claire would be like without Volume 1, editor Nick Meyer says that's not for him to say. He's just trying to make sure it doesn't happen.